This is Christina here, and today I am reviewing Gooliope Jellington, and I'm so excited. If you watched my most recent toy hunting video, which is just from 2 days ago, I'll link that down below. You can see that I actually didn't find her then, but I talked a lot about how she was what I was really looking forward to getting. And today, somebody in one of the local Monster High Facebook groups that I'm a part of posted that she was at my local Toys R Us. And I got a gift card for my birthday, which was kind of intended to be for her, so I really wanted to get her, even though she's a little more expensive than I was hoping she would be up here in Canada. She was $44.99, which is kind of a lot, but she is really cool, and I think she's probably worth it. But as I said, I did have a gift card, and I also had a coupon for a $10 off a purchase of $50, so I threw in something small, and that makes it a little bit less. But, you know, regardless, this doll is pretty amazing, and I'm really excited to get my hands on her. I mean, we drove, our Toys R Us is almost half an hour, 40 minutes away, and we drove there like that to go pick her up, which is awesome. So, I'll have a quick look at her in the box here. You can see, well, I love that how she's like crouched in the box. The box is huge, even though, you know, even with her being crouched the way that she is. And then she has the kind of cracks where her hands are pressing against the box, and then there's another crack over here. And some of the little details that I didn't notice on, like, when other people were getting her, but I see now that I have the box in my hand. I like this little picture here of, like, a giant woman kind of, like, smashing through a city, and then over here, these little silhouettes of people, like, looking up at Gooliope, the giant, is pretty cool. And I love her art, too. I think it's really cute. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to get Gooliope out of this box. Holy cow. This doll is incredible. I mean, I've seen pictures, but everybody's always saying that you don't really understand, like, how big she really is until you get her in your hands. And that is, I don't think that is so accurate. She is huge, and she's beautiful, and she is just, this is so cool. I mean, I don't necessarily know if I, like, need any of the other 17-inch dolls from Monster High that they're coming out with, but this one is incredible. So Gooliope, as we find out in her diary, doesn't actually know who her parents are. She's a nuclear experiment, and was left at the circus with a note that says, "To whom it may concern, a cold, sterile world is no place to raise a little goo. I can give her everything except a community where the only thing about her that will ever be measured is the size of her heart. I know that you can give her the unlife I cannot. Sincerely, R.S." So that's interesting. But as we find out as well in here, that she's experiment 816, and it actually says 816 on her shoulder piece here with her epaulets and the thing across her chest. It actually says 816 on there. And like her head is like the size of a baseball. Okay. I need to, I need to calm down, just start from the top here. So what she has in her hair here is this hair comb here is a calliope, which is like the organ that is outside like the old-timey circuses would play the circus song and draw the crowds in. And that's obviously where her name, the inspiration for her name came from too. Calliope, Gooliope. There you go. And then she has pink and yellow hair. It's mostly yellow through the back, and then the pink is kind of more concentrated in the front. And it is a little, I mean, it's a little box hair. It's a little ragged, but it's nice hair, and it's thickly rooted. And I honestly wasn't sure with a doll this size if there was going to be, if they were going to kind of cheap out on the hair and put less on, but they definitely didn't. She probably needs a style, but right now I'm fine with her the way that she is. And then her face is really very pretty. And I love, she has like a really deep like brick red lip and these big blue eyes that have, the eye shines are nuclear symbols, which is cool. And she has like yellow and orange eye makeup with these dots, and her eyelashes are kind of swirly. Very pretty. And then her earrings are wagon wheels. And it's like, I mean, she's so big that they're not meant to look like wagon wheels. They're actually wagon wheels, right? Very cool. And then her dress is made out of like circus tents because, again, she's so big. So it has like the red and black patterning and then the black and white stripes and all of this like tattered tulle underneath. And it's a pretty simple style, but it's very cute and I think it's very circusy, so I like it. And then her shoes are like, I mean, okay, so Monster High shoes are always great anyways, right? Now make them this big and they're that much better. I feel like I could almost wear these. They're like a deep pink red color. And then there's the skullet on the front with kind of a bow. And then the heels are where it gets really cool because the heels are skeleton carousel horses. These are just madness. They're so cool. And Gooliope also has a lot of a different articulation than a usual Monster High doll. So you might see as I'm moving her, she has a torso joint, which is right underneath like her bust, and it can twist and bend. So she has, that's different. And then she has the usual like, you know, hand articulation and shoulders, and her elbows are double jointed. So they bend this way, like at the bottom, but then they also bend at the top, like this. So she can like touch her face even more so than a Monster High doll normally can. She can like put her hand right on her heart. And in order to compensate for this joint, which means they don't have like the rotation they usually have, she's got a joint up here on her upper arm that spins. And it's like that on both sides. And this upper arm joint, because again, her hands still come off, but because her arm can't be taken off at the elbow anymore, like to dress her or anything, it does come off at that upper joint, just the same way with a peg. And it snaps back in. And then it's the same kind of situation on her knees. So her knees bend double, so she can kneel really nicely like this. And then because her knees can't rotate, she has a rotating joint at the top of her thigh, like that. So the same kind of posability as most Monster High dolls have, but plus, like so much extra. And I'm going to do, as always, I'm going to do a review of her over on my blog, and I'm going to do lots of posing comparisons to see what she can do versus a regular Monster High doll, and then a doll that has a little more flexibility, like a Live doll, just to kind of see what she can do. And just for comparison's sake, I've got out my Blob Create a Monster doll, because I feel like it kind of makes sense, right? And there's just, I mean, like, she can just like rest her hand on top of her head. It's incredible. She's just a giant and she's beautiful. And I'm so happy to have her. And she does come with, she doesn't come with a brush, but she does come with like this hilariously massive stand. You know, I mean, it's to scale, but if you look at like, it's like when you go to the doctors and they measure your height. It's crazy. I mean, I'm glad she comes with a stand, though. That would be pretty bad if she didn't. But yeah, I mean, this is why I've been buying Monster High dolls for 5 years, you know? They're always kind of one-upping themselves and coming up with something new and different and exciting, and this is incredible. The amount of articulation that this doll has and the quality of their articulation is just above and beyond anything else that you see, you know, in Toys R Us right now. And it's cool, and I hope that Monster High keeps up with this kind of innovation and these cool ideas, because this is really cool, and I love her, and I'm so excited to add her to my collection. And I hope that you guys are all finding this doll too and think that she's as cool as I do. And so, as I said, there'll be a full photo review with lots of comparisons and size comparisons and stuff of Gooliope over on my blog at christinaarticulates.blogspot.ca, and that will also be linked down below. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and I'm Christina Articulates everywhere, and all those links will be down below in the description bar as well. And if you like this video and you want to see more, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you do, we'll see you back here next time. Bye, guys.